Canons Park, we're doing outdoor education and gardening, but we also link to the national science standards and literacy as well. So we're trying to balance both those things and connect to the classroom. So for example, we've developed these books that work really well with early readers. And so next week, first grade's coming, and they're going to be studying seeds, and we're going to start with planting pumpkin, corn, and bean seeds, sunflower seeds. And then when they come back the next time, we'll be observing the different leaves and getting to compare. So it ties in a little to their literacy and math, as well as teaching them environmental science.
So an example today was the kids arrive, and while they're having snack, I present them with a mystery. I say, well, we planted these seeds, but we've lost the labels. So we don't know which plants are growing in which trays. And we have to be detectives and figure that out. So they get a clipboard and they can make a careful drawing of just one leaf. And they make some very short observations that they notice about the leaf. And then we compare between the 4 different groups. And on their own, without any other external teaching, they figure out which plants are which. They use the clues, and they've done all that learning themselves. Now they've embedded an understanding that you could really easily have a misconception about, because that science standard, you could think, oh, it's about life cycles. It's not. It's about inheritance, and it's about the fact that there are characteristics that make sunflowers, sunflowers, and beans, beans. And once they've solved it, now they can hopefully take that home and grow in their own gardens.
It's incredibly important for young learners to learn about the environment. We are living in a world where the environment is constantly changing. Knowledge about the environment is going to become more and more important. And to have a strong foundation of knowledge about the environment, of outdoor learning, the ability to learn indoors and outdoors, it's incredibly important, now more than ever.
Okay, what I enjoy most about coming to Canons Park and teaching is that the kids can really feel free. And they can get outside the hustle and bustle of London, they can play, they can garden, they can explore nature, they can act like wizards in the Willow Tunnel and really explore that imaginative side while being outside and feeling safe in the outdoors.
So before coming for the field trips, I thought the Canons Park was just a really big open field where the sporting events were taking place and where there was a playground, and I knew that they took field trips here really regularly, but I don't think I realized how many activities were available to the kids until I came as a parent on the chaperone. So there's really something for everybody, for every age group, and even for me as an adult, I love being able to experience the things that I wish I'd had as a kid. So the last field trip I came on was with my 9-year-old, spent the entire time in the mud kitchen, coming up with recipes with the kids, and just really getting to get dirty and experimental and creative with them.
But I think the most important thing we do up here in some ways is play. So this is a chance for the kids to get outside and connect with nature and play. It's so important right now to be teaching children about the natural environment. We are in such a crisis right now. There's so much happening. There's so many changes going on. And this is going to be the generation that solves these problems, and yet they get very little time outside. So I think it's also really important, because kids are inside so much, giving them some time to connect with nature and get to experience things and actually connect with plants and animals and the cycles of nature, because so much of the time they don't get many opportunities to do that. In the big picture, the thing I'm most proud of is when I first came up here, I watched the children play for a year. And based on that, we've designed all these play areas. So looking at what the children were trying to do, so now we've created the mud kitchen, the willow tunnels, the willow hut, the sand play area, and they're all based on what you could see the children wanted to do, and getting those in place and then seeing the kids actually use them. That's been wonderful.
I like Canons Park because it's just such a beautiful place.
Play, learning more about plants
And learning about flowers and that stuff.
I think it's important to learn about the environment, because if we learn about the environment, we're able to help and take care of the environment, and like there's a lot of global warming going on and it hurts the environment, so it's good for us to know and help.